So here's a quick one that once again backs up what I've been saying pretty much since day one, that they always come back. They can abandon you, your kids, all that for some loser, some Chad that gets her excited. But once things start going bad, they lose all their money, who knows what, he abandons her. They always come back when they need resources, and they perceive you, the guy, as being dumb enough to take them back. In this situation here, woman abandons her husband and kids for some dealer, total low life, and guess what? It doesn't work out. And you're going to see more in detail as I get into this. And he's like, nope, not happening, and begging and pleading to take them back. And guys, shows you should never do that, ever. And hopefully you never get to the place where they actually lose so much respect for you that they do leave you and all that. Title: My ex-wife abandoned me and kids early in 2023. Now she's begging to come back. And notice he said ex-wife, because she's toast. He says the title sums it up. My ex-wife left her family for a drug-dealing piece of trash of a man. She said she wanted to be free and have fun. Being a mom wasn't her style anymore. Like it ever was her style. What kind of selfish piece of garbage would ever do that? Her husband, her kids. Okay, maybe she fell out of love with her husband. Okay, fair enough. But her kids, her children, who need a mother, their good mother. Well, children need a good mother. They don't need a bad mother here. So at the end of the day, well, in a way, it's doing them a favor. Nobody saw it coming. We had a pretty vanilla and stable relationship. Well, then probably, I bet I could have seen it coming. Right there, he said vanilla. She had an affair for a while before abruptly leaving us. Basically, once the guy kicked out his crippled wife, he moved my ex-wife in immediately. Well, let's see how that plays out. Since then, she has hit rock bottom. Drained her savings, ruined her credit, tanked her credit score, lost her job, pissed off all her friends and family. So, reading between the lines, I'm guessing he drained her savings. Chad Tyrone drained her savings. He racked up her credit cards, which then decimated her credit. He was doing all sorts of things that probably made her not do her job right, which made her lose her job. And obviously doing what she did destroyed her relationship with her families. Now watch the waterworks. Now she is suddenly saying she should have never left. Her place is with her true family. She always loved me, was just infatuated with him, etc. Oh, well, come on back, honey. It all is forgiven. Kiss my ass. You're 37 years old, 33 years old, okay? You gotta know freaking better. This is why, I don't know how long they've been married. I don't know how long he was with her before he got married. Why you spent a long time getting to know your girl before you say I do. This is why you always pay attention, the red flags. And if things are vanilla, that's a problem. They want chocolate or strawberry or whatever. I want to say that as a couple, we never fought. Got along well. I think I was just becoming boring. It was becoming boring or something. The spark was lost, and instead of coming to me, she pretended to be okay. Well, again, I could have saw that coming a mile away. She's bored. End of story, whether it's warranted or not. But a loving wife would go to a husband and communicate instead of cheat. But it's easier to cheat. Eventually, she decided she'd have an affair to get it out of her system, and eventually fell in love with the guy. Yeah, a drug-dealing guy. That's going to work out real well. But you know what? I guarantee he gave her the excitement, the butterflies, the danger image because he's a drug dealer, all that type of thing. How did I let go of her? I'm fighting every fiber of my being, resisting every urge to tell her to come home. Smack! Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Now I know he divorces her, but still he has temptation there. She's only wanting back because she has no other alternative. She's broke. She's been abandoned. Obviously, he abandoned her too. It's a mess. And she perceives this guy as being the same nice guy before. He'll take her back. Don't do it, dude. Protect your children. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for your kids. You know how bad that hurt them, having their mom abandon them, right? I know it's a bad idea, but I need some outside advice. People who don't have a horse in this race. I feel like I won't ever find anyone who's willing to love those kids like a mother. But then I realized their own mother abandoned them. Yeah, what, you think bring her back because, what's the devil you know versus the devil you don't know? Well, the devil you know, your ex, is awful human being. She messed those kids up once. She's going to do it again. You take her back, she'll be off to the next guy when she gets bored. He says here, as an update, I now have full custody of the kids. She takes the kids to school for me. It's the only time she sees them, and her car could break down at any time. We are divorced. Well, I'm glad he went through divorcing her, but I have a problem with her taking them to school. What happens if she decides to just drive off with the kids? What if she's high? What if that scumbag is with her? Because he mentioned in the comment section, she's still with that scumbag. She now lives with him at his mother's house. It's in the comment section if you guys want to look this up. No, I would ever trust my kids with her. She needs to do some serious fucking work on multiple fronts of getting her life together and being away from that guy and everything, but even consider. But I would, there's no way. Full custody, I would make sure everything I could legally to make sure she never saw those kids, even if they were crying about it, because you can't trust her with a freaking drug dealer and all that type of thing. Make that known, you know? No money, nothing, destroyed everything. I bet you she'd have her own family probably testify saying, no, don't let these kids around their mother. That's one thing if it's coming from her own parents. But anyhow, guys, they always come back. And I find it hilarious when these a-hole wives or girlfriends, whatever, it's sad they ditch their families, but then they go for some low life. And guess what? It turns out to be miserable. Shocker. Who would have saw that coming? But good for him for divorcing her. And you know what? Every guy can have a moment of weakness. Every guy can see the kids crying. He's emotional. But no, you can't do that. And if you're not going to do it for you, do it for your kids. They can't be around her. What kind of piece of garbage abandons her kids? Period. I don't care how much she cries. If she wants to get her life together, great. If she wants to go to the church or whatever it is that helps get her act together, I don't care what it is. Get her life together. And when those kids are 18, they can make the choice to go see her. Now, some some comments. And I love the comments because they're all on his side. One guy says here, she abandoned not only you, but your kids. You let her come back. If you let her come back, how long will it be before she leaves again? Never mind how that will affect you. Think about your children. How much of it will damage their mental and emotional health? Besides, she doesn't really love you. She's only wanting to come back because she needs money, a place to stay. Was she on drugs? Is she still? Do you want that around your kids? Exactly. If she was on cloud 9 with her freaking drug dealing boyfriend, I guarantee you wouldn't be hearing from her. But things aren't exactly sunshine or rainbows with Chad the drug dealer. Another guy says here, remember something, you have children. Their welfare is more important than anything else in this equation. Bringing someone back into their lives who rushed away to be a dealer's WHORE would be a mistake. She wants to come back because her life turned to crap and she burned her bridges. And that's nothing else. Focus on your kids. There's a much better outlet for your attention and someone who willingly threw all that away. Another one says, so basically she F's off, leaves you and the kids in pieces, and now her life is crap and she wants you back. She just thinks she can walk all over you. Do not be a doormat for her. Well, yes, that's exactly what she thinks. Her perception of this guy is that he's weak, he's a doormat. All I have to do is cry and beg enough, make enough of a spectacle, and he'll take me back. And then she'll be back on Easy Street and probably keep seeing the same guy behind his back. Or probably try to take money from her husband. How about that? Think about that one. It says here, do not deserve this. Don't ever take back a cheater, especially one that has a junkie boyfriend. Great life decisions right there. Block her everywhere. Get a co-parent app, and you can only talk through the app about anything to do with the kids, and tell her that you will not entertain her in your life outside of the kids. Or how about that he doesn't have to talk to her at all? That's an idea. Learn Grey Rock. She needs to step up for her kids. They have a mother. She is just super selfish. She isn't. That selfish goes to a whole new level here. Another one says here, she decided a drug dealer who abandoned his crippled wife was an upgrade from the life you had together. This tells you everything you need to know about who she is now. She doesn't want you or the kids back. What she wants is the safety, reliability, and financial aspect of the family you had together. She's already blindsided you once with the affair. Who's to say she won't pull the same crap again? Or have him around your kids when you're out. Right. Do you know how much it's going to script your kids with the freaking constant merry-go-round with her coming and going and having that dude around and all that? No freaking way. Again, he has full custody. I would do everything I can to make sure she never sees those kids. And I don't know how old the kids are, but I'm assuming they're probably, if she's 33, probably at best elementary school, something like that. Keep things as they are now, although it might be harsh. She made the decision, and now she's living the consequences of her choice. Well, last time I checked, people that are narcissistic, selfish a-holes, man or woman, aren't exactly big on living with the consequences of their actions. They want somebody else to pay for that. Well, too freaking bad. Anyhow, good for him for kicking her out and divorcing her and all that. And he can have a moment of weakness. He's human, but don't. And I'm sure he's going to realize. In fact, he did. I read the comment section. A lot of guys said things to him, and he's like, you know what, you're right. I was letting my emotions get the best of me, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people said, no, you're letting fantasy get the best of you. So I think he'll be okay.